What we do here is go back.
From me. Now his failure is complete.
Not so fast. So let me give you the truth on this Flash movie. Whether you like it or not, the demise of the DCU or DCEU, whichever one it is, I get them confused, is not yet complete. There's still another movie coming out. That's Aquaman 2. And concerning Aquaman, that was my second video I ever did on YouTube. You can go back and check that out, where I reviewed that trailer. My predictions were correct. Turned out to be a very exciting and a hype movie. So we had to wait to see the verdict on that. Now, as far as The Flash, this movie, they was predicting this to be a complete plot even before its release, even before it debuted in a movie theater. So I actually went to see this movie early in IMAX, as I didn't know when they'll probably snatch it out the theaters, and plus they don't keep movies in IMAX for more than like a week nowadays. And I must admit, seeing this movie on its opening week, the movie theater was not packed at all. Now with these true series, I talk about why these movies are controversial, why people complain about them, and whether or not these movies actually merit the complaints leveled against them. And of course, it's gonna be plenty of spoilers if you haven't seen this movie yet. I don't know if it's word of mouth that it was gonna be bad because people don't like Ezra Miller. Whatever the case, I always encourage people to go check it out themselves and come up with your own verdict. But here's my take. If you take away actual box office numbers as a metric, because frankly, the complete deluge of negative press, I'm sure, affected people's willingness to come out to the movies and find out for themselves. With that said, it was not the worst superhero movie ever made. It was not a terrible ordeal to watch. Actually, if the now defunct Snyderverse had continued, I wouldn't say as good as Man of Steel or Wonder Woman, more around the Aquaman movie enjoyability levels. It could fit snugly in that lineup of one of the more solid entries in the Snyderverse. Mainly because although it had a bit more comedy than the average Snyderverse movie, it still took the story seriously. And of course the main character in The Flash is Barry Allen, played by Ezra Miller, who wasn't and still isn't a lot of people's favorite version of The Flash. I wasn't really feeling him in the first Justice League movie when they introduced him, but Zack Snyder did manage to redeem him, having him save everybody at the end of the Snyder Cut version of Justice League, which is one of the things that make that a great movie. Oh yeah, I'm doing spoilers on everything, but you should have seen that movie anyway. And I got an old archive Snyder Cut review that I never released, but you can check that out later. In addition, I did warm up to this more serious version of The Flash, especially since he had to confront himself and find out exactly why we didn't like him. And there are stories for the Flashpoint paradox, and of course people can be like, oh, they supposed to did this in Flashpoint, and why is Superman a girl, blah, blah, blah. But they just got inspiration from the animated movie. They won't trying to duplicate it. So the truth on the Flash movie, even though they deemed it dead on arrival, it's actually a movie worth watching. I recommend you check it out. It's streaming now. Now, of course, everyone has an opinion on this. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my synopsis, what you think, if this new universe is gonna be successful or not, if you actually like this Snyderverse. In addition, what movies that have been controversial coming out that people had different mixed ideas and thoughts on that you would like me to do a true series on as well. And until then, peace.